I prepared 12 revolvers and designated who would shoot whom. Comrade Philip Goloshukin told me that a truck would arrive at midnight. The people coming would say a password. We would let them pass and hand over the corpses to them to carry away and bury. At about 11 o'clock at night on July 16, I assembled the men again, handed out the revolvers, and announced that soon we had to begin liquidating the prisoners. I told Pavel Medvedev that when everything was ready for the execution, he had tell the guards and the others in the detachment not to worry about any shots they might hear from the house, and not to leave the premises. If there were any unusual amount of unrest, he was to notify me through the established line of communication. The truck did not arrive until 1:30. The extra wait caused some anxiety, waiting in general, and the short night especially. Only when the truck had arrived did I go to wake the prisoners. Bodkin slept in the room nearest to the entrance. He came out and asked me what the matter was. I told him to wake everybody, because there was unrest in the town, and it was dangerous for them to remain on the top floor. I said I would move them to another place. Gathering everybody consumed a lot of time, about 40 minutes. When the family had dressed, I led them to the room in the basement that had been designated earlier. Although I told the victims through Bodkin that they did not have to take anything with them, they collected various small things, pillows, bags, and so on, and, it seems to me, a small dog. Having gone down to the room, I ordered them to stand along the wall. Obviously, at that moment, they did not imagine what awaited them. Alexandra Feodorovna said, "There are not even chairs here." Nicholas was carrying Alexei. He stood in the room with him in his arms. Then I ordered a couple of chairs. At the same time, I ordered the men to go down and to be ready in their places when the command was given. Nicholas had put Alexei on the chair and stood in such a way that he shielded him. Alexei was sat in the left corner from the entrance, and, so far as I can remember, I said to Nicholas approximately this: "His royal and close relatives inside the country and abroad were trying to save him. But the Soviet of Workers' Deputies resolved to shoot them." He asked, "What?" and turned towards Alexei. At that moment, I shot him and killed him outright. He did not get the time to face us and get an answer. Disorganized, not orderly firing began. The room was small, but everybody could come in and carry out the shooting according to the set order. But many shot through the doorway. Bullets began to ricochet because the wall was brick. Moreover, the firing intensified when the victims' shouts arose. I managed to stop the firing, but with great difficulty. When the firing stopped, it turned out that the daughters, Alexandra Feodorovna, and, it seems, Demidova, and Alexei too, were alive. I think they had fallen from fear, or maybe intentionally, and so they were alive. Then we proceeded to finish the shooting. Alexei remained sitting, petrified. I killed him. They shot the daughters, but did not kill them. Then Yermakov resorted to a bayonet. Finally, they killed them by shooting them in the head. When we began to undress the bodies, we discovered the daughters had on bodices almost entirely of diamonds and other precious stones. Those were not only places for valuables, but protective armor at the same time. That is why neither bullets nor bayonets got the results. By the way, only they had guilt in their dying agony.